Will cryptocurrency be a glittering paradise of riches or a grim, dismal cemetery in 2025? Is there still time for you to amass wealth in a relatively short period? The issue is that, depending on their interest, everyone will tell you either the extreme good or terrible. In today's video, I'll give you predictions of what to expect from crypto in 3 years to come. Make sure to watch until the end of this video, get all the info. Also, take a moment to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel if you're finding value out of that content. The price of Bitcoin would undoubtedly rise. In any case, fiat money and cryptocurrency technology won't vanish, but that doesn't negate the possibility of fundamental modification or restriction. There will probably be more choices then. Others won't have government support, while some will. Some coins will be volatile, while others will be steady. Failures will vanish into the blockchain cemetery, joining the thousands of others that came before them, and people will purchase and utilize the tokens that make sense to them. We all want to know how much Bitcoin will be valued in 2025. So let's get into that. $10,000, 17 cents, somewhere in the middle. How are experts able to anticipate prices with certainty 3 years from now? By explaining supply and demand, competition, and manufacturing cost, you can get insight and determine the fair value. Doing this with cryptocurrencies is more difficult than with coffee, oil, Twinkies, or other basic commodities, but it's conceivable. Predictions for the price of Bitcoin in 2025 range widely from under $100,000 to over $1 million. It's simple to understand why most people think Bitcoin's price will continue to rise after looking at its pricing history. However, this does not signify the future. According to the Department Governor of Bank of England, Bitcoin might theoretically go to zero. That's a little extreme, but the query is this. Will other cryptocurrencies, such as DOGECOIN, continue to create millionaires, or will it keep losing ground? What began as a rapid, stupid joke about a dog grew into an $85 billion market valuation in May 2021. But what exactly does DOGECOIN do? People use it to trade money, make purchases, and tip online. A DOGECOIN is a funny imitation of Litecoin, a Bitcoin fork with speedier transactions. And in the crypto world, it's like copies of copies with minor changes. This brings up the subject of intrinsic worth once more. They have worth, but may also be financial or other stakes. Businesses that generate actual revenue can be created on top. Because of this, it's possible that before 2025, a similar service to Ethereum may surpass Bitcoin in terms of market capitalization. Resuming with the crystal ball, it's time for a delicate subject. But first, you're going to endure this if you love money and are eager to make more of it. Are you aware that in only 60 seconds, you can build your own SEO company with the help of the 50-in-1 SEO toolbox? It is 100% newbie friendly and requires zero technical skill and zero experience needed. You can use this platform to rank your business on the number page on Google and make your money. To get started, click on the link in the description below immediately after this video. What may kill out cryptocurrency in 3 years? This industry moves quickly. The environment entirely shifts from year to year due to both new developments and increased risk. What if cutting-edge technology had the power to break into any crypto wallet and seize the money in entirety? Bitcoin wouldn't be worth anything if all the tokens were confiscated by a vengeful government or a gigantic T-Rex swooping down from above. One may contend that in 2025, cryptocurrencies will enter the mainstream and prices will skyrocket. Almost every app that deals with money provides a feature or other services specifically for this purpose. Like some sponsors, FTX offers many extra features that you may pick from, whether you're a trader, want to invest in various currencies, or are interested in NFTs or other digital assets. It's a great platform to use. However, while purchasing has become more and more accessible, other companies of DeFi, like decentralizing financing, have not. To take advantage of the biggest potential in crypto, you need to be quite knowledgeable to complete any task without feeling as though you've just stepped into the fourth dimension. And I have a lot of worries about this. I've spoken to numerous developers in the field, and most of them appear to be missing the point. You see, there's a problem when you're so invested in a place. You work there. Your buddies work there. You only think about it. You lose sight of what it's like to start. Because of this, many developers created products with the sophisticated user in mind rather than the typical customer who only wants to start staking or earning additional interest on their money. It's clear that the trend towards more accessibility will continue. However, the success of this endeavor will ultimately determine the fate of cryptocurrency in 2025. It won't take place by itself. As long as rules don't get in the way, the market will explode if businesses concentrate more on the typical customer. So, more would be said about that. But firstly, let's assess if usability will benefit or harm by 2025. Are cryptocurrencies fairer than fiat currency? After all, when they first started, it was their main objective, a world currency that any one person or organization does not govern. Okay? Or it might be just a cover for something else. There have been many different types of controversies that have encouraged crime, fraud, and environmental concerns. PayPal's previous CEO, Bill Harris, referred to Bitcoin as the biggest fraud in history. However, you may now buy Bitcoin using PayPal. You see the irony? So, we've seen this uphill struggle for Bitcoin, where it initially seemed like something that might be a hoax, but you ultimately warm to it and end up buying it. The world is experiencing this. El Salvador became the first nation to recognize Bitcoin as legal cash, even better for the sector. The Central African Republic, one of the world's poorest countries, just approved Bitcoin as legal tender. So this is a great chance to determine whether Bitcoin has any effects. Can the blockchain be of use to them? Yes, in many ways. This extends past payments. Other problems like business loans, decentralized insurance, and obviously money-making opportunities are being addressed by a developing sector. This is all wonderful. So why does Vitalik Buterin fret about the future? The Ethereum co-founder is aware that everything is a double-edged sword. The network has assisted those who are unbanked. Still, he worries about the dystopian potential of cryptocurrencies, money laundering, tax evasion, hacking, and allowing the wealthy to continue to become richer. It's a wise inquiry. If you had invested $100 in Bitcoin when Bitcoin was new, you'd be a billionaire now. Of course, there are fewer opportunities to generate enormous riches by 2025. By 2025, an investment of $100 may have grown to $400 or $500 or decreased. Although perhaps not as much as you hope, it's still a fantastic return. Many people who have made a lot of money, who are already wealthy, and could afford to invest money in an entirely new, dangerous field while it was still very small. I'm concerned that ground floor possibilities disappear, given that major venture capital firms support almost every planned token release. However, I don't want to imply that it's not conceivable, just more effort is required today. You must focus on your research and keep an eye on trends if you want a significant return by 2025. In 3 years, will new rules destroy cryptocurrency or improve it? Cryptocurrencies are on the websites of governments all around the world. This is a difficult balance to strike since the ideal world would boost safety without stifling innovation. A severe push might break the technology. Stablecoins, or tokens backed by the dollar, are under the regulatory spotlight of the US. To defend its citizens, the European Union is creating new laws. Additionally, China, being China, bans cryptocurrency every 2 months. Then there are CBDCs. That's the words that's frequently used. That's a stablecoin backed by a nation, a digital currency issued by a central bank. The goal is to increase trust among users so that they may transact on the blockchain. The typical individual will question how harmful cryptocurrency could be if the government uses it. Making them seem more normal may facilitate the shift in other cryptocurrencies more quickly. Additionally, the restriction implies fewer frauds and ruses, but once more, this is a delicate balance. Regulations might become overbearing, paralyzing the market and driving down cost. In fact, by going back and studying the stock market, we may learn some things about this. If crypto rules are implemented properly, as long as the government doesn't overstep its limits, this may be the new regulated boom time for investing. And if they do, we can be certain of just one thing: VPNs will sell like hotcakes. Do you think Bitcoin will be in a major boom in the next 3 years, or will there be no more? Comment below. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. See you in my next video.